What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about God Shamgod. Many people have forgot about God Shamgod, also known as Shamgod Wells. He was born April 29th, 1976, and he was born in New York City, and he went to LaSalle Academy in Manhattan, and at LaSalle, he was teammates with Metta World Peace, and he was selected to the 1995 McDonald's All-American team, and he recorded 9 points in an All-American game. He also played with Kobe Bryant during a summer AAU team. Now, when he got to college, he played two seasons at Providence College, where he averaged 10.3 points per game for his college career. He was selected to the Big East All-Rookie team as a freshman in 1996, after setting the Big East freshman assist record. As a sophomore, Shamgod teamed up with future NBA player Austin Crosher, and so they led their team, the Friars, to the 1997 Elite Eight, where they lost to the eventual NCAA champion Arizona in overtime. Shamgod registered 23 points and 5 assists while matching up against future NBA star Mike Bibby in that loss. So, God Shamgod would declare for the draft. He gets drafted by the Washington Wizards. And it's kind of sad because we knew he wasn't going to be like a high pick. He was drafted in the second round with the 17th pick to Washington Wizards, but many people remember God Shamgod for his crazy handles, and he influenced a younger generation of players that came after him with his ball handling skills. That's what he's known for, and he even has a famous move called the Shamgod named after him. But it's sad that it couldn't translate to a successful NBA career. He would only play 20 games for the Washington Wizards in the 97-98 season, averaging 32% field goal shooting, and he didn't make it in the NBA. That was his only year, and he would find success overseas, however, like many players in the NBA who don't make the cut. He played most of his overseas career in the CBA, the Chinese Basketball Association, but in the 99-2000 season, he went over to the La Crosse Bobcats, and this was in the Continental Basketball Association, which is like a minor league basketball team in America. The team went defunct in 2001, so he went over to the Slumps, which is a Polish basketball league team, and he was kind of a good player overseas, you know. In 2001, he would come back and play for the Florida Sea Dragons in the United States Basketball League, which is a defunct basketball league. They played from 1985 up until 2008. They were a very small basketball league. It was kind of like a development league, kind of like the G League, what you see today. And they picked a lot of European players, but, you know, he played there. And he would go to the Al Ittihad Jeddah, which is a basketball club based in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. So he played on the Saudi Arabian League too. And the following year, he would go play for the Cyclones in the CBA. Then he would return to the Ittihad in Jeddah. Then he would go over in the 06-07 season to the Shangji Loons, and he played there for a year before going to the Portland Chinooks, which was part of the International Basketball League, which was a very small basketball league. They operated from 2004 up until 2014. Same thing, kind of one of those smaller leagues that just went defunct. Then he went and played in Kuwait in 2007. He played for the Cyclones again in 2008. Then he played for Zagreb, which was in Croatia. And his last year would be with the Oregon Waves in the International Basketball League, which was that league I told you that ceased to exist. So this is something I wanted to talk about. Maybe some players don't make it to the NBA, and that's fine. They still are able to find good careers overseas. You see guys go play in the Euro League. Like one guy that comes to mind in particular is Nikola Mirotic, right? He played on the Bulls in the NBA for a while. Played on the Bucks. He went over and played for his home country overseas, and they offered him a bigger contract than the NBA did. So you're starting to see players are living more comfortably in these international leagues, and who knows how many good stories God Shamgod has from traveling to all these different countries over the years. So I'd say he still had a successful career. You don't have to make it to the NBA to have an NBA career. So after he got done playing basketball, he re-enrolled at Providence in 2012 to complete his undergraduate studies, and he earned a bachelor's degree in leadership development in May 2015. He served as an undergraduate student assistant on Ed Cooley's staff, and he has been credited with playing a role in development of Bryce Cotton and Chris Dunn. So he would also go on after this to be a coach, and he's been coaching since 2012. He had a few different coaching gigs, but he coaches college ball, and from what I've heard nowadays, everything I've read about him, he has a pretty fulfilling life being a college coach. And so that's the God Shamgod story. Go ahead and look him up. He's got an Instagram page. I'll post a link to it down below. So let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks for watching.